politics for me or leadership for me is majorly because I'm a very compassionate person. And I have empathy. So sometimes I would look, especially in Nairobi. I am a Nairobian. I live in Nairobi. My children live in Nairobi. This is where I can call home for me. So sometimes I will see like children kwa barabara too, maybe street kids, and I feel like tearing. And I'm wondering, what can I do to make their lives easier? Sometimes like you'll just sit and you'll hear of things that have happened to these women, you know, like our nice women who are doing business at night. If you listen to the kind of things that they're going through, and majorly if you listen to it, their stories is to take care of their children. Maybe they're involved in those businesses, kulisha watoto wao. And you're wondering, what can you do? I can only do so much as an individual. But sometimes given an opportunity to have a position where you can influence and where you can coordinate things and where sometimes you can oversight the institutions that are put in place to change these conditions. That is where I find myself wanting to get into leadership. Majorly is not about... because watu wengine ukiwauliza, they don't even, you know, maybe sometimes you just want to be a politician, kuitwa mwesh. Ama you don't have like a long-term plan. For me, it's more of a social welfare. It's not even more of the roads. It's about human development for me. It's about things that touch people's lives directly. Like now we are going towards El Nino. And I know I will see videos online and I will cry so much. You find watu wako kwa nyumba, watoto wako, masufuria zinagongana, they're sleeping in water. Those are things that really make me feel so sad. And I'm wondering, the people in these positions, why are they not addressing these issues? You understand? But then you're like, maybe their calling is not geared towards that.
You think so?
Yeah, because the other day I was actually like a year or two after the Gen Z, you know, demonstrations and all that. I saw many questions online. Exactly what do women rep do? 2022, I ran for the position of women rep.
Kwani nini do?
Wow.
Ni kweli hata women rep do?
We legislate, we oversight, and what else? And we represent.
Sasa
so who are we representing? Who are we representing? We are representing the youth, women, and people with disability. Because naturally the seat of women rep, the affirmative. By that I mean ni kuongeza watu kwa bunge, akina mama kwa bunge. Because even if it's not Wangui who becomes the woman rep, another woman will still be a woman rep. This is not like a competitive position where it's open for all.
Okay.
So first and foremost, remember the capacity has been left to a woman. You understand? Specifically a woman.
Okay.
Now, if you're doing legislation, utatengeneza mswada ama utaleta laws kwa bunge. If you're doing representation, you are representing women, youth, and people with disability. The question is, have we seen these things done? And that is why I would, if they were done comfortably and well, if the scorecard, we are probably looking at 70 to 100, as in 70%, then that way you can say, hakuna haja hata kutafuta mtu mwingine to support mwenye yuko. See, by the end of the day, it's about work being done.
Yeah.
It's not about the person there. It's about what the person sitting there is doing. There is so much happening in Nairobi, and I feel that we are misrepresented.
You feel like the Nairobi women rep is not doing her job?
Not just doing. I don't even think the 10 years she sat there. I wish she can just come up with one thing that a Nairobian can say.
Who, Passaris?
Yes, one.
Ajafanya!
Gani.
You see, we are the women reps.
You see, there's one thing you can say. No, right now I haven't even said the position that I am going for because I am a chairperson, and I want to thank His Excellency. After 2022, I did not manage to get the seat of women rep. He appointed me as a chairperson of an agency. Yes.
Na
Kenya
Uhuru Ruto.
Yes.
No wonder
So-
umevaa yellow.
It's
Tumemwona.
a coincidence, but it's a good one for that matter.
Okay.
So
So where hujasema unataka kuendea women rep?
no.
Oh.
Not yet, because I'm still working for the government right now. You're not supposed to getting involved in politics. You have to resign first.
But so unaifikiria?
Ya kufikiria iko sawa na kusema iko sawa, lakini kutenda. Yes.
So wewe ukifikiria, ukiangalia, unasema Passaris unaona na hajafanya kitu.
Personally, and I would want to be corrected, because there are things that you'd expect, and just of my mind. This period, 2024, 2025, there was a lot of femicide in Nairobi, because tulikuwa, yes, there was a lot. I can't remember. There was Rita, there was, who else was there?
There was even the
There
movement
was
that came
Starlet.
around. Yeah.
There was a few ladies. You'd expect the office that would come out strongly saying that the perpetrators should be put to books is the position of woman rep. Not just sitting pretty in the office and giving statements. No.
Sasa mtu asikue mrembo.
Kuwa mrembo na uende. I'm not ugly myself.
Right.
Just go there and make sure that these people are brought to books. Ndio ikue funzo kwa other perpetrators, and follow through. It's not just saying and reading a statement. Personally, I feel so sad, because the families, also go back to the families that lost these women. Find out, how are they coping?
Okay.
Resource mobilize, so that these families can also be able to get out of that trauma. I am a parent myself.
Okay.
And I believe any parent akipoteza mtoto, I'm not saying the other children ama watu wengine hawako sawa, or they should not be fought for. But there's one thing I can tell you for sure. If your work is particularly to represent women, I think you should be at the forefront.
Hakukua huko.
I think you should be. And it's not just going and leaving it. It's following through until that the perpetrators have been arrested. We have institutions that are put there to do those things.
Okay.
You see?
Aya, hiyo ni ya femicide. Nini ingine una feel Passaris?
Maneno ya watoto.
Nini ya watoto?
The street families. Maneno ya abuse.
Okay.
GBV. Some time back, I saw that she was talking like she's building a safe house. Now, my question is, all these other collaborators or people who you can bring who have the same agenda to fight GBV are there. But as a woman rep, you should be having a capacity to convene these people, coordinate this big. We have UN Women. First and foremost, I need to say that Kenya, we are so blessed, and we need to maximize that the UN headquarters is in Nairobi. Africa is in Nairobi. We have UN Women. These people are doing commendable job. If only they can collaborate with the government and the leaders that have been put in power, they can be taking care of these women. So if you're building a safe house, you can resource mobilize. That is if you have the capacity. You see, also I could be saying things that they don't have the capacity to do. So you could be able to be convening these people, put them at a table and coordinate this for these things to happen. This is not something that can be done by an individual, because the excuse will be, we don't have enough budget. The budget that we are given by the national government for a woman representative is 114 million annually, right? But now you can go to county government, okay? They can help you putting up that safe house. You can go to UNDP, okay? Because they are looking at people's rights, they're looking at housing and all those things. Things that will put the human, things that will put the person in Nairobi in a better condition, living condition, okay? You will have UNICEF taking care of children, okay? You will have private sectors like Safaricom. If you approach them and you told them you have this initiative to do, It depends how you put across the proposal. But now that you're a woman rep, I believe they will be able to, you are able to resource mobilize. You can even go to faith-based organizations, kanisa. Uende kwa kanisa useme hapa tunajengea wale wamama wamekuwa battered, wale watoto wako kwa street. Okay. There are so many other bodies that you can actually, if you have the intention to bring a change, to bring these children from the streets, to bring these women who are battered. You see? So basically, for me, I say it's about kujituma. It's about how much do you want to bring change.
So, tumesema women, tumesema hiyo nyingine.
Children. Personally, for me, there's some things that you shouldn't, because if you look at children and you're looking at their social protection, the only thing you look about water and sanitation. Because like now towards El Nino, I repeat again, most diseases the children are dying from is diarrhea and probably colds. Hizo zinakuja zote na nini?
Yeah.
Sanitation. Now, these informal settlements, you will find that there are so many families with young children. You should be able, again, to go back to government, uwalilie, uambie, these now institutions that are put in place. Such and such a time is coming.
Okay.
Can we unclog these drainages? Because watoto watapata communicable diseases.
So women rep aende ku unclog drainages?
No. Go to the institutions. Do you hear me? It's about kujituma. Being a voice. Aende kwa Sakaja. Akae chini aseme raundi hii hakuna watoto watalala nje ama kwa maji juu roof imetoka.
But si nimeona wanachimba manini hapo.
That is the match the governor is doing. The position of the woman rep. Which weight are you pulling? You understand? Which weight are you pulling? Now, when it comes to small businesses in Nairobi, for instance, for women, we have Women Enterprise Fund. Those people give free money to small businesses. It is specifically put there.
Una feel hajafanya hizo vitu.
No, but the thing is,
what if amezidu?
Let me tell you. Politics, si kushout ama kuongea. Your actions should be able to show. Okay? Right now, if you really want to be re-elected again, you should be coming out and saying, I have changed out of 4,900, I think last I checked, street families that are there. I have at least rehabilitated 500. This is where they are. I have some reunited them with their families. Others nimewapeleka kwa rehab. Wengine nimefanya hivi na hivi. Those are the things that we need. And one thing that I would want Nairobians to know, sometimes when somebody really wants to bring change, they might not be your ideal, because tunachagua, me included, tunachagua saa zingine watu just mediocre. And you expect, akiingia kwa kiti ata change. Drama, shenanigans, those are the things. Because somebody who's serious, you will not expect them to be hitting socials and competing with influencers online. No, they're busy doing their work. They're honestly doing their work. Somebody who's working, you will not find them all over.
So who
because these things are not easy to do.
Yeah. So who do you believe is the best replacement, if at all?
There's one thing, as I said earlier, I haven't even mentioned where I'm going to run, but of course I've always had an interest with Nairobi people. I love them passionately, especially watu wangu wenye wanaishi hizi informal settlements. I know there's so much that can be done, and I want again to thank the president. This modern housing, hey, you guys, you should only know it's a blessing, especially for mothers. Yeah, for mothers. Huko watu watatembea na lift, huko watu watakaa na stima na gas. Wazee pengine amujui.
Na kuonea nyuma 18.
Hizi vitu.
Naona hiyo yangu unakuja nayo.
No, unajua sasa siwezi kuwa ni angle ati nilikuwa nimeenda mbali. But I am speaking as a mother.
Umevaa yellow, then umekuja kidogo umekuja sasa umeingiza affordable housing tunangoja uingiza talanta. Useme mama waende wapige tizi.
Wewe pia kupiga tizi is good for your health. Let me tell you, a healthy nation, a wealthy nation.
Okay. Yes. So affordable housing
So for me, no, I don't want to detour from what I was saying earlier on, but what I can say is Sanitation is very important, and hygiene, very important. And 60 to 70% of Nairobians wanaishi hizi informal settlements. Msidanganywe hapa hivi mahali watu wana. No. And if you really want to bring a change, the first person that you should be talking to as a representative, woman representative, ni hao wa mama, so that you can understand their problems. Lakini I know this time around, hakuna mtu anabeba mtu. It's quite unfortunate. Kuna watu walikuwa wamezoea kubebwa na baba. Woi, may his soul rest in peace. Sasa nashanga. Wataweza kuvaa raba zenye tumezoea kuingia ground.
Aya, hapo kwa hiyo bandwagon, by the women rep tumeona akina nani? Passaris coming back. Passaris arudi? Anaenda? Si Passaris amesema airudi tena. Sasa unaona shida yako imeisha.
That is not true. No. She's not my problem.
Oh. Sorry.
She's the incumbent. I don't mix emotions.
So she's whose problem?
Ati?
Kwani she's
the
our
incumbent,
problem?
not her in particular. Because hata kama ni mwingine na afanyi kazi, I would still be having issues. Me, I don't have a personal with her.
Incumbent. Kuna? Of course, Mama Miradi.
Yes.
Karen Nyamu.
Okay, now let me say first things first. First things first. Millicent Omanga is a worthy opponent.
Okay.
I can see the kind of work that she's doing, especially with the sanitary towels.
Okay.
Because they always say, ni lazima ujue opponent wako na benye anakanyaga.
Okay.
But sometimes leadership is not necessarily you have to be in that position. Unaangalia mtu mwingine. Only what you need to do, you up your game.
Okay.
And know that the agenda that you're bringing on the table is better than the rest. But at least sometimes it's good to say when you have a worthy opponent.
Okay.
Lakini
so Manga
mwingine,
umeona
yes,
ni worthy opponent.
Yes.
Anaweza kutetemesha ground.
Yeah.
Lakini
huyo mwingine
gani? Nyakenywa. Karen Nyamu.
Huyo mambo yake ni ngumu.
Aje. Huyo pia ni stima.
First on okay.
Hujui Karen Nyamu. Wewe unajua Karen Nyamu. Unajua aliweko kama Nyakenywa wewe. Na wamama wazee wale wanini wakamweka Nyakenywa, huyo ni elder size.
First thing, if I was to tell you the process, I really am not a guru, or I do not know much, but how it was done first is incorrect.
Ya kuwekwa Nyakenywa?
Yeah.
So yesi Nyakenywa.
Procedure yake venye ilipelekwa.
Kwani procedure nini?
Hata wenye wanakuja wangemwadvise vizuri. Unajua saa zingine ukitaka hata kupiga shughuli. Ambiwa upige fiti ndio watu kama ni wasapere tunajua. Tunajua hii shughuli inapigwa hivi.
So ni wasapere mmekataa maneno.
Hiyo sijui ni wapi hiyo.
So hii Nyakenywa imbo.
But those things, you know what, popularize yourself, you know, sell. I don't know. I have.
Sorry, si Nyakenywa imbo. Ni nya. Haina complete.
So, and also before, I would have given her a benefit of a doubt, but from the time she spoke not in a very derogatory manner in Parliament concerning that young girl, for me, na yeye tulitokana hapo. Because that is not how as a leader you speak. She's a mother, I'm a mother. And of course, definitely, we have girls, because I know her kids, I know, of course, I have my children. Wako hiyo rika. I wouldn't want my daughter to go to Parliament trying to maybe, not even benchmark, learn how leaders, how women leaders conduct themselves, how other leaders conduct themselves. And that's the first thing that comes out of your mouth. It really, I know even the men in the house were embarrassed. Leave alone even outsiders, even the waheshimiwa who are in the house were embarrassed. Yes, unasikia tu kwenda chini, because you're thinking as a father, why would I be looking at my daughter in a sexual way?
Yeah, that was very...
You know, even as a father, you're like, hey, you know. So I was like, really? As much as we are in the same party, is that a kind of leader I would want to lead this Nairobi? Hell no. No.
So, Nyamu X.
Hata Nairobians mnanishangaza.
Unajua sasa Mtu asipende Mugithi.
No, wacha mtu. No. Kupendana ni sawa. Mtu akipigwa pigana, I mean it's their business. But one thing I said earlier on when we started this show, if there are people to fear, go to wives. If you want peace in your life.
Nimeona venye umekuja.
If you want peace in your life.
Wajana na good wives.
Anaweza kuwekea mikosi ingine huko kwa barabara unajishanga.
Faith Odhiambo.
Yes.
LSK.
Yes.
Kuna fununu pia anaweza kuwa nakuja hapo kwa women rep.
The lady who was a chair.
Yeah, alikuwa LSK senior.
Yes. Yes. I've not heard. I haven't really had time to, because sometimes it's good to know your opponents. That is, if I'll run for the seat of woman rep. I really don't want to speak about what I'm going for, but definitely I'm going for an elective seat, 2027. Ninajipanga, but I've been in politics for a long time. So for me, najua kubumburusha ground yangu quickly, tuingiane teke. I know where everyone is and my mobilizers where they are. So that I'm not worried about.
So let's paint a hypothetical situation.
Yes.
Let's say today umeamuka wewe ni women rep. Unadu?
Mimi ile kitu nadu. Mimi nimekwambia watoto wa hii Nairobi. Wataniita mama. Watoto. I love children.
Okay.
Yes, I love children. And I believe all kids should get an education. Kwanza wale watoto waendi shule. Nitaanzana na machief na hao watu wa sub-county.
Yeah.
We have free education. Sakaja amepatia na hiyo chakula sijui kama bado ina function.
Dishi na county? Mosiri anakulanga.
Oh my goodness, I did not see that one coming.
No, anakuanga na ile nini, sio kitu ni ya kukula for free. Yana hata jinunulila. Anaendanga na tapu kwa shule tuko karibu na yeye.
Angalia venye ikaifiti because huyo ni mtoto wawili juu mtu mzima akuli kama mtoto. So watoto wawili wamekosa lunch.
No, but ule ni mtoto.
Hiyo si fiti.
It's fine.